Cigar enthusiasts, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the thumbnail, I have got one of the most beautiful cigars today. This is the PATEL gold label. This is a little Robusto. Look at these cigar bands on here. I mean, these things deserve some time being spent on them. I mean, I am a sucker for a good cigar band. These things are sweet looking. Almost didn't want to smoke this thing. I've had it for a few months. Bought it as a single for about 11 bucks. Obviously, we're gonna drink some rye whiskey today as well. Not exactly my wheelhouse as far as whiskeys are concerned. I usually stick with Kentucky or Tennessee. This is actually a Vermont product that was gifted to me, so I'm excited to drink it. I have had it before. I made a short. I was drinking it in the freezing cold at an Eagles tailgate about 6 months ago now. So I'm just trying to see if I can even pull this bottom cigar band off of here. This thing smells so good. It smells like a typical kind of cocoa powder profile cigar would smell, but there's something else there. Obviously tobacco, but there's something else going on. My brain just keeps saying apples, which is a really strange thing, but this is a pretty special cigar, so it's possible that you're gonna get something like that out of this. All right, this thing is not coming off like that, so I am gonna peel it off. Like I said, I hate to even take it off here. It's so pretty. There we go, pops right off. Okay, this thing looks pretty good. All right, let's get a V-cut on here, get a cold draw and see what we're working with. And we'll pour this whiskey in a glass. What are you guys drinking? What are you guys smoking today? Oh yeah. Nice. All right, let's get some cold draws on here. Oh, just so much cocoa. Like in the most enjoyable way possible. I don't know anything about this stick. I did just smoke a Rocky Patel Maduro, sun-grown Maduro on my channel. I made a short out of that. All right, let's do a cork pull on this. I'll show you this whiskey real quick. I'm sure everybody's seen this. This is nothing new. Whistle Pig, Piggyback, rye whiskey, 6 years old. Got an age statement on here. Almost 97 proof, 96.56. Small batch. I mean, from what I remember, this stuff was pretty good. This is aged 6 years. I took the plastic wrap off of it. Let's take the cork out. Okay, pretty weak cork pull. Pretty decent cork. Looks like a real cork on sort of this wooden topper here. Could be plastic. It's supposed to be like wood though. All right, let's get it in a glass. It smells like a rye. It smells like a really sweet rye though. And it's strange because it says 100% rye, so I don't know if what that means exactly. It doesn't tell you the mash bill. Rye is made from 100% rye for a full send on flavor because anything worth doing is worth doing 100%. Yeah, I don't know. It says it's a good partner to their 100% bourbon, so I'm assuming they make a bourbon as well. That's 100% bourbon. I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure exactly what that means. They use just 100% rye. That's their mash bill. So it's all rye. Real unique smell. Kind of smells like a Band-Aid. I know that's not going to be a good quality for a lot of you out there. And I can smell the rye spice. I smell some sweet fruit-ish in there as well. Not exactly sure what that is. The cold draw is just cocoa. And just like a sweet, maybe some almond. All right, let's fire this thing up. I'm so excited for this. Again, I'm struggling with the sunlight with the torching cigars out here. I don't think about it either until I fire it up. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't see nothing. It's the only thing with these kind of flames on these layers. That's why I'm doing it kind of awkward like this from the side. just to make sure I don't burn the whole cigar up. This looks like a sun-grown wrapper on here. I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about this. Just that it's really pretty, really beautiful cigar bands on it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Give me a comment, let me know what you're up to, what you're smoking, what you're drinking. I love when people tell me they're smoking, you know, a cigarette and drinking Coca-Cola. I think that's so funny. Hey, I want to know what you're drinking, what you're smoking, so whatever it is, I appreciate it. One guy said he was drinking moonshine and smoking joints or something, or it's crazy. All right, let's do one of these quick. Yeah, I even torched it a little bit by accident. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely apple. Absolutely. No doubt. Like a little spicy apple. Like apples and red pepper. Like red pepper flakes that people put on pizza or in pasta or wherever you use it for. Oh wow. Wow, that's so unique. Yeah, that is a red pepper flake spicy little apple. Wow. Didn't expect that. I'm gonna close this up since I almost knocked this bottle over earlier. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. Let's put this over here. Let's put that there so it's out of the way. I'm excited. I paired these two together, obviously. I mean, nobody picks these for me, I pick them. But I'm excited to try these together. I remember this being real good, but when I drank it, it was so cold. It was like, see your breath kind of cold. I was outside. I believe it was the same exact stuff. I know it was a WP6YR, RYE, but this bottle, I remember the bottle sitting there on a table with food and drinks, other drinks obviously, and I was just doing little neat pours out of it into a plastic cup. I made it short. I was smoking the Gurkha 130th anniversary cigar. It was pretty good. Well, I don't know much about this cigar. I did look into this Whistle Pig because I wanted to know what I was drinking. You know, it says it's a Vermont product, but it also says New York on the back of here. But from looking up stuff online, now I don't know if they still do this, but I know when they got started, this particular distillery is like I'm assuming it's like a pig farm, started as a pig farm. I don't actually know, I'm making that up. I'm just taking some guesses here, but I did look into it and they actually would use Canadian juice, which I've talked about this on this channel. I don't have time to get into Irish whiskey and Canadian whiskey, and you know, even Scotch is not really something I drink a lot, or you know, that's why I said I try to stick to Kentucky and Tennessee whiskeys just because there's so much out there. Trying to explore cigars is hard enough, you know, different cigars, let alone all these different whiskeys and stuff from different parts of the world and different parts of America. So I'm surprised at how good this was though. Maybe Canadian, there is something in Canadian whiskey. I mean, I know Crown Royal is Canadian whiskey and people seem to love that. So, I mean, that Crown Royal Blackberry, which is nothing I'm interested in, but that seems to not be able to stay on the shelf anywhere you go. You can't find it, so. It's making my mouth water. Yeah, if you like red pepper flakes and apple, and it's like a touch of apple, very faint. And I did get almond on the cold draw, so I don't know what this thing's gonna develop into. I'm planning on smoking the whole thing here, so we'll see, as long as I don't get rained on or anything. I can't believe that. I mean, it is predominantly a red pepper flake forward cigar, but still pretty wild. Yeah, a ton of rye, some ripe red fruit. sweetness, spiciness. All right, let's try it. Wow, that is remarkably good. That's actually really good stuff. It doesn't drink like a rye. Matter of fact, without smelling it, even smelling it though, now that I tasted it, it's different. But definitely without smelling it, by just drinking it, I don't think I'd even put it on rye, which it's just strange since it says it's 100% rye. It's not like a rye with a high corn, you know, mash bill or something. It's got good color, especially for a rye. It's pretty dark. Usually ryes are a little lighter in color. I think it's delicious. It's about a $50 bottle. I know I did see this in my Pennsylvania liquor stores. I think it was the last month in May for $45. It was on sale for $45. I didn't pick it up, but it was gifted to me around that time. So the person that got it for me probably bought it on sale for $45. The cigar label is just so pretty. I want to get into the Rocky Patels a little more. I smoked the Decade, and then I smoked that Sun-Grown Maduro, and now this is only the third one I've ever had. You know, it seems like a pretty, I don't want to use this word too often because I think it's a strange word, but a boutique cigar. They seem kind of expensive to me. Perdomo seems to be my boutique cigar. But I'll tell you what, that Sun-Grown Maduro I smoked was fantastic. That was I've had some what I call candy bar cigars lately. That thing was a killer chocolate cigar. Like just chocolate and, I don't know. That thing was so good. Focus though, Tone. Focus on this one. I'm even getting, dare I say, some caramel in this thing. Yeah. A very bit of sweetness at the end there on the retro. It's a red pepper flake cigar. Yeah, extremely unique. I mean, especially for anything I've had. I don't know that I've ever gotten that red pepper flake like I am on this one. All right, this thing's blowing around. All right, on top you go. The construction, I didn't mention this yet, but the construction on this thing is just fantastic. I mean, it is just perfect. Just perfect construction. It's a box press cigar, like I said, a Robusto. It's got a perfect ash, perfect draw. That V cut on there. A little uneven it looks like, but it doesn't matter. A little more front, a little more of a front V and a back V. Yeah, this is a cigar. If I was at a cigar lounge somewhere and they had these, I would absolutely smoke one. This falls into the category of that Master Blends 3, which I did see online get some hate. That Master Blends 3, people don't think it's as good as it should be, is what is what I see in comments online. I think this cigar is fantastic. You know, that's an Oliva product. You know, I'm smoking a Rocky now, but this is as good as that, in my opinion. This is probably about a medium strength cigar. At least for somebody who smokes daily, I think it's medium. Some people may say it's more full. I am getting that spice on my tongue and throat, which usually indicates to me that it's a pretty strong cigar, but it's very enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, this rye is great. If its mash bill is 100% rye, I mean, that's wild, because when you drink it, to me, it drinks more like a bourbon, which I know some of you are probably saying this guy's crazy, and I might be. I might be crazy. You might be right. It smells like rye. You get the fruit and the rye spice, but then when you drink it, drinks like bourbon. It's weird. It's weird. I'm getting ripe fruit. I can't put my finger on it. If you want to put something on it, say like a plum, like a plummy kind of, yeah, it's really interesting. Both these things are really interesting. Both things are something I don't mess with very often, so I'm glad I paired them together. Two things that go good together are two things that you normally wouldn't have. I mean, apparently today they are. Wow. Man, I only had one of these too. I just bought one single, kind of like that Partagas Black. I smoked, paired that with the Granddad 114, old Granddad 114. Just like sometimes I'll see a single stick and I'm like, I just gotta try that. I usually grab 5-packs. That's my thing, the 5-packs. Kind of got away. I bought a couple boxes of cigars a little early on, and not really into buying boxes. I follow a lot of guys on YouTube that buy boxes of cigars, and they, you know, these guys, they must be sitting on hundreds of cigars. I mean, I've got dozens of cigars, which I feel like is too many. I'm not really into, you know, collections of whiskey, collections of cigars. I kind of like to drink everything I buy and smoke everything I buy. So it takes me a while sometimes. Like I said, I've had this cigar for months, but I don't like to really collect things. I haven't invested in a true, you know, real humidor, the size I really should have. Probably about 100 count would be a good humidor size for me. There's one of them little sweet bees at the camera right now. But these guys that buy boxes, if you're a guy or gal, whatever, that buys boxes of cigars, leave me a comment. I mean, let me know how many cigars you're sitting on. I probably have, if I had to take a guess without actually taking too much time to think about it, I mean, I'm thinking about my storage units, basically. You know, my Tupper humidors or Tuppadors. You know, I might have, let's see, 20, 40, 60. I might have like 70, 75 cigars. And I don't want to have that many cigars. It just happens that when you buy, you know, I've talked about this before too on this channel. When you buy cigars from Cigars International, you can get 25 cigars for $100, and they are not lousy cigars that you're getting. You know, we're talking about good cigars that you're getting, you know, for $4 a piece when you buy 25 of them at once. So, you know, you're talking about Cohiba, you're talking about the Master Blends, you know, what are some other ones I've had like that? I mean, there's just so many. there's so many. The Prensado cigar, you know, it's just, the cigars that would otherwise be $10, $11, $12 each for $4. It's kind of hard to pay $10, $11, $12 when, you know, you can get 5 of them for $20. You know, it's kind of tough to pass that up. If you've never been to a Cigars International brick and mortar, you should check one out. I'm sure all the major big cigar stores do something similar. They would almost have to compete. But this was a single, and I think this thing was like $11. I highly recommend both. You know, even at $11, I think you could pick one of these up and you wouldn't be disappointed. I'm certainly not. And then this for $50. I mean, if it gets better, it'll be even. It's a definite buy. But I'd say at $50, if you want a unique rye, you know, something that doesn't really drink like rye. If I had to pick on this a little bit, which I don't even want to, I don't even need to. I think it's that good that it doesn't even need to be picked on. But if I was gonna, I'd say it finishes a little weak. It doesn't have a long finish. It kind of has a shorter finish. It's damn good. I mean, I had that Pikesville rye on my channel. That's a little higher proof. You know, this thing's almost 97. That was 110. That definitely is a little better than this, but that thing was priced about $20 more than this as well. And good luck finding it now, because everybody that leaves me comments says they've been looking for it and they can't find it anywhere. All right, I'm gonna ash this thing. It's got a literal perfect ash on it. Just as I don't want it falling in my lap. It just smells like chocolate. It smells like cocoa, sweet tobacco. That almond I got on the cold draw, I got a little almond on there. It's gone. I don't know where it went. I guess maybe it wasn't meant to be smoked. It's just meant to be kind of on the cold draw. Maybe once it was lit, it just disappeared. Minutes into this thing. I'd say we're still in the first third. Maybe approaching halfway point, but it's just a really high quality cigar with just a beautiful cigar band. I'm really just a sucker for these cigar bands, when they're this pretty. So obviously a Nicaraguan stick. I'm sure most of his stuff is, if not all of it. I don't know much about Rocky Patel. I've seen him interviewed. I know he's a very active, cigar manufacturer. He does a lot of traveling. I compare him and Nick Perdomo to each other. I think they're pretty similar guys as far as, their public, persona, appearance. Both seem like really down to earth, really cool dudes. Like, I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't be when you own, these cigar companies, they're making it look easy. Like, you can just start a cigar company. I know certain people did. Like, I know Guy Fieri started his own cigars. And I'm sure there's lots of people I'm not thinking of right now, but I don't think it's that easy to do that. I think it's a pretty difficult business to kind of get your foot into and get going, especially when you're growing stuff. I'm sure you can buy tobacco, ferment it or buy fermented tobacco and roll your own cigars. I don't think that part's the hard part, but starting farms, in other places or buying a farm or whatever, I'm sure that's a very difficult thing to do. Kind of getting like a little bit of that earthy on it now, a little earth, like a little, I don't want to say, it's not mulch, kind of just like dirt. And if you've ever been to a farm and you kind of just like are walking around, that kind of dirty smell, you know, not like the smell of shit, but like just dirt. You know, even if you just, I don't know, I mean, if you remember being a kid playing in the dirt, what it smelled like, that's kind of like what I just got on that. Yeah, now earth, cocoa, red pepper. The apple, unfortunately, is going away a little bit. I'm not getting as much of that. Yeah, I don't want to use the A word here, but that's a pretty amazing cigar. That's pretty unique. I'd put that up there with most of the stuff I've had that impressed me, for sure. That's a very impressive cigar. I'm reading the back of that bottle as I'm sipping this. It says, our whiskey vision knows no bounds. Piggyback 100% rye is made from 100% rye for a full send-on flavor. I kind of wish they had some tasting notes on here. Yeah, it says it on top too, made from 100% rye. Pretty crazy drink here as well. I mean, I don't know that I've ever had anything that's 100% rye, and maybe all 100% ryes are like this. Sweet. I'm not getting that I am not getting like the butterscotch or the honey kind of thing. I'm getting more, like I said, of the plum. Smelling the rye. You really smell the rye? Yeah, it's wild. It's wild stuff. I like that it has an age statement on it. I like that. I like that it says 6 years. I did see this, you know, this brand in my liquor store. They have a 10-year just sitting on the shelf. I wonder what that's like. It's probably awesome. Oh yeah. Well, see, ashes are falling now. Come on. We like to keep things tidy. No messes. No messes. If you're a news person, maybe even if you're not a news person, these LA riots going on right now, crazy. I mean, I don't know if they're riots or protests. You know, I keep saying I'm not a big politic guy, but these headlines catch my attention. I just don't know what's going on. It just seems crazy. It seems crazy to bust your own city up. Maybe these people aren't from the city. I don't know. But, I mean, they're just burning cars and just... I just hate to see things like that. I just hate when things are chaotic. I'm a very calm person. I like things calm. I just feel bad for... I've talked about several things that are in the news on here, like the war in Ukraine. You know, I don't know whose fault any of that stuff is. I don't know whose fault this LA stuff is either. But I just don't like it. I just don't like when people's businesses are getting burned up and people are getting hurt. People are upset. I just feel like life's too short. You know, I don't know if that's why I got into cigars and whiskey, because I like to relax and just kind of reflect on things. But I mean, listen, you know, you got to do what you got to do. If there's a cause that you feel passionate about, you know, you should definitely go for it. But I feel like there's just a lot of, you know, casualties involved, a lot of problems, you know. I just hate to see people getting hurt. All right, let's do another pour. Getting down halfway point now, almost 30 minutes into this thing. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if I can do it without spilling it. Whiskey bottles are so unique, like just the way the top is. It's so thick, the glass is so thick. Let's see if I can do it, here we go. I can already tell it's gonna spill. All right, I didn't do bad. Let's wipe it on my shirt, there we go. Just trying to keep it out of the way here so I don't bash it over. It smells real good. I think it might smell better than it actually tastes, but it actually tastes really good too, so I don't know. What's your favorite shape of a cigar? I really like box press cigars. I mean, I guess I would, you know, box pressed V-cut is my kind of standard go-to. I'll smoke any cigar, but those are definitely my go-to. I really like the double perfecto as well. You know, box pressed double perfecto is a really neat cigar. So got a couple of those coming up on this channel. Be smoking them. It's a beautiful cigar band. Focus on me. Nobody wants to see me. They want to see the cigar. This thing's definitely changing. Is that a good quality? Is that a good thing when a cigar changes? Do you like that? Do you like when a cigar changes halfway through? You know, obviously if it changes for the better, you know, maybe that's good. This one's just awesome. Like, it was awesome when I lit it. It's awesome right now. The spice is kind of going away, which is really weird. That's not something I typically experience. Usually it gets more spicy. The spice is not as strong. I just took a big rip off that thing. And it doesn't seem that bad as far as the spice, which is amazing. Usually it's the opposite. Trying to keep this thing cool though. I'm not trying to heat it up too much. This ashtray's nice. It's a nice place to sit the cigar down. This is that Perdomo ashtray. I showed it on my channel a couple of days ago. Just the plastic one, nothing fancy, but it's got a nice, you know, nice four cigar spots to hold the cigars. So. If any of my viewers are from Los Angeles, Or even if you're not from there, if you know someone or you know something going on, let me know. I can't turn the computer on without seeing something happening. It's just, none of it looks good. None of it looks good. I just feel like somebody's gonna die. And it's not cool. I don't want to see that. Ooh, got in my nose there a little bit. It was a little bit of like a little itch. Almost felt like I was gonna sneeze there. As I'm drinking that, the cigar smoke is blowing in my face. It just smells so good as I'm drinking that. The two together, just a perfect combination. I know that's easy to say, but it really is good together. It's really tickling my nose. I'm fighting off a sneeze. Gold label, Rocky Patel. Ooh, that was close. I've done that before. Knocked my lighter right off the table. There we go. Go up here. And you're not going to get knocked off. I was worried it's going to rain. The sun looks like it's coming out. All right. Let's take the cigar band off here. Feels like it might just slide. Oh, might just slide right off. Trying to burn myself. There we go. Boom. Right off there. Let's put you up here. Yeah. One more look at these cigar bands. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous cigar bands. Keep those. I'm sure I won't forget that cigar, but I like to keep ones I really like in case I do forget, which I don't think I'm gonna. It's gonna be tough to forget about this cigar. This will be one, like I said, I'm definitely gonna drink this whiskey and definitely smoke this cigar again. Try and find it in a cigar lounge sometime. a testament to the construction, the amount of burn time we're talking about here. We're talking almost 40 minutes. I mean, this thing's got a good chunk left. I mean, you could easily get 20 more minutes out of this thing. Yeah, I feel like guys like this guy, Rocky Patel, they've made enough money. You know, they make enough money, they've made enough money that they're not messing around. Like, this is a really high quality cigar. I gotta get my hands on something real good sometime to kind of compare. Just almost afraid, you know, almost afraid to smoke a Davidoff just to see. I mean, what if I smoke a $20, $25 Davidoff and I can't turn back then? And now I'm smoking, you know, instead of getting 5 really good cigars for 20 bucks, I'm smoking 1 cigar for 20. I mean, I guess that's the evolution of exploration, is at some point I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna move up. I really like where I'm at. Started out here with budget stuff, and you know, I didn't even really realize, but I was smoking budget stuff that, you know, really wasn't, you can get really good stuff for $4 or $5 a cigar. You know, you just gotta find the right deals, basically. A little confused about the whole YouTube situation with smoking cigars on YouTube. I follow Anthony and Anthony at Holtz Cigar Company. Been watching a lot of their stuff. Really enjoy their content, and you know, they smoke them. They smoke it on their channel. And then there's other people that don't show you smoking it. I don't understand that. I don't know what that's all about. I'm sure Holtz Cigar is monetized on YouTube, you know, and then you've got other people like, you know, Cigars Daily. The guy doesn't take, you don't see him smoking the cigar. I don't. If anybody knows anything about that, leave me a comment. I don't understand that. My channel is not monetized, so I mean, as of right now, I don't really care. If my channel ever is monetized, I guess I'll worry about it then. I don't really think about it too much. That red pepper flake is pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. It does give me that itch though, my nose. Woo. It's like a sneeze, it's just right there. Come on out, son. It's been raining here for days in the Northeast. Seems like my video is getting pretty bright, so it must be getting brighter out. cool off a little bit. Set you down and cool off a little bit. Yeah, it's getting brighter. The sun is coming out. Yep, here's the sun. All right. Get a good look at that juice. Whatever this juice is, Canadian, Vermont, New York, I don't know. It's pretty good shit though. I love smelling that cigar while I drink the whiskey. Most people don't watch my videos this long, so if you're still here, thanks. I don't really know what it means to me. Just kind of, we're brothers of the leaf, I'm assuming. If you're still here, you're smoking a cigar with me, which is really cool. Like I said, I don't really care about views or length of views and stuff like that. I just like doing this, like smoking cigars and drinking whiskey, exploring. I think to me that's what this is all about. In the last third now. Can't imagine this is going to change a lot more. That spice has calmed down, which is wild. That red pepper flake has kind of sort of dissipated a little bit. Now we've got just full sun. Which is probably making me look pretty weird on here. Yeah, it's probably pretty hard to see. Kind of sad. Kind of sad this thing's gone. Well, you get at least an hour smoke out of this. Even for somebody like me, who kind of smokes a little quick. Kind of losing a little of that cocoa. It's getting kind of spiced now. You know, not real spicy. Definitely still less spicy, but definitely. Whoa. Okay, B. Got a friend. Always do. Didn't know that bees like cigars and whiskey, but if you've been watching my channel, you know they do, because they're always attacking me out here. Or maybe not attacking. Maybe they're just doing like a flyby. I don't really know what this is. All right, I'm gonna finish this guy up. Finish this whiskey up. Thanks for being here with me today. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Take care of yourselves and each other. especially you guys in LA. And I will see you guys in the next video.